From last week, and last week I had great fun. Well, I didn't have great fun. Sally had great fun telling you this story about King Saul, who was chasing David. He was really, really jealous of David. Jealousy is a terrible, horrible thing. It does horrible things to people. And Saul was chasing King David because he was... No, King Saul was chasing David, he wasn't king yet. Because Saul was jealous of David. And if you've been listening to Sally last week, then you would know that Saul, or David, sorry, getting mixed up, David was hiding in a cave. And Saul was trying to find him. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? And then he said, oh, this is my favourite bit. This is why I wanted to preach it. So I'm preaching this week. He goes, I need to go to the toilet. And he couldn't think of anywhere to go to the toilet. I've done this story to 400 primary school children this week. It's been such fun. He couldn't think of anywhere to go to the toilet. And then he saw a cave. So he goes off to go in the cave. And he's just wheeling away in the cave just like anybody would. And of course David's hiding in that cave. And David's trying to say, oh yeah, you can kill him now, can't you? Now's your chance, kill him, go on. And in those days it was an acceptable thing to do. So they're saying, it's an acceptable thing to do, David. This will make your life a lot easier. So David got his sword. And he chopped a corner off King Saul's robe. And then he called King Saul later and said, look, I could have killed you and I didn't. And that's a case of doing the right thing, always doing the right thing, even though we might feel justified in doing the wrong thing. Big, powerful message there, which Sally has quoted back at me many times this week. We can be justified in doing the wrong thing, but it doesn't make it right. And God wants us to know that and be people after his own heart, like David was. But anyway, the backstory to this is, why was David actually on the run? Why was he running away from Saul? And we know that Saul was jealous, but how did David actually get away? And the way he got away was because Saul's son, Jonathan, even though he loved his dad, he thought, well, Dad's just wrong. Sons may have thought that, or kids might have thought that at various points. Dad is just wrong. I need to do the right thing now. And he did the right thing. And he helped David to escape. And it was a very cunning way that he did it. I don't know if we got the verse there, Samuel 20:20, on Samuel 20:20. If not, I'll just tell you. He did it like this. He said, I'm going to go out with my servant and we're going to do some shooting. Here we go. So Jonathan made a covenant with the house of David, saying, may the Lord call David's enemies to account. So that's him agreeing to be friends, making an agreement with David, Jonathan and David. Why should he be put to death? What's he done? Jonathan asked his father. But Saul hurled his spear, trying to kill him. So you can see that Saul is in a real rage. He was even in a rage with Jonathan. And Jonathan knew that his father intended to kill David. So here's the thing. Friendship actually costs. It's not about putting a like or two on Facebook. Yeah, how many Facebook friends you got? 528? Or there's 1,000 Facebook friends. But it's more than that. It's being a friendship is actually about doing the right thing, helping out your friends, even putting yourself in danger to help them. So if we carry on, we got the next verse. Don't worry if we haven't. What they did, I'll tell you the story, is they had this sign. Now, Jonathan said, I'm going to go out shooting some arrows. And here's the sign. If I shoot this arrow, and David was kind of hiding in the field. He didn't know whether to run away or not. He didn't know whether to go into hiding or not. But Jonathan says, if I shoot this arrow and I shout, the arrow is next to you, then it's safe to come back, David, into the palace. Everything's okay. But if I shoot the arrow and I shout, the arrow is beyond you, you've got to run for your life. So, he went out shooting. He got his arrow, and he fired it. He pulled it back, and he fired it. And he shouted, "The arrow is beyond you." In other words, David, it is not safe to come back. And that's how David knew that it was the time to escape, because he knew that if he came back, Jonathan said, it's not a safe place for you to be anymore. And that was the sign. The arrow was the sign. They had to have something. It wasn't just a fun thing. It wasn't, oh yeah, let's be friends and let's have codes. Friends have codes. Let's have secret codes. This was life-saving code. The arrow was life-saving code, because he couldn't just say, "Hey David, you better run for it." And they're saying, "What?" Saul would say, "Who are you telling to run for it? It's David." He would have killed Jonathan, then gone and killed David. So they had to be very careful. The arrow is beyond you. That's the code for David to run. And I was thinking about this. I was thinking, what an interesting thing, that was the sign. That was the sign, a demonstration of their friendship almost. The arrow, the firing of the arrow, was a demonstration of friendship. And then it got me thinking, well, what can that tell us about God? Well, in John 15:15, don't know if we've got that one up, but if we have, it's good. Jesus said something really special to his disciples. Thank you. He said, "I no longer call you servants, because a servant does not know his master's business. Instead, I have called you friends." That's what Jesus says he said to his disciples, he says to his followers today, because we're 21st century disciples, 21st century followers of Christ. So he's saying, "I'm not calling you servants, I'm calling you friends." And if we look back to Jonathan and David's friendship takes commitment, doesn't it? To be a friend. There's commitment God's end to become friends with us. And there's commitment our end in being friends with them. It's not always easy. It's not always easy to do the right thing. It's not always easy to say the right thing. It's not always easy to not do the right thing. It's quite hard at times to live as a Christian. But just like God's shown us commitment, his end, he wants us to show commitment our end, to dig deep in living for him. And just like the arrow was the sign, it was really, if we think David and Jonathan, we think, what was the sign of their friendship? It was the arrow. That's kind of quite a famous story. Fire the arrow. That's the sign of the friendship. Well, the sign of the friendship between us and God is the cross. It's the cross. That's the demonstration of his friendship for us. And that's what we're going to be talking about a little bit later. And a little bit later we're going to be taking communion together. But first of all, I thought we'd try and demonstrate friendship. So over to Sally for this one. This is a demonstration of friendship, or how good friends do we think we actually are.
Right.
Use the mic, work the mic.
Okay. Two adults that think they're friends, they can't be husband and wife, they've got to be friends, that think they can guess what the other person will say to a series of questions. So, two adults in the church that think they're friends. Come on, this is a friendly church here. Who thinks that they can guess what somebody else may say to an answer to a question? What do we reckon? No? You're miserable, aren't you?
Well, Matt's always up for it. Yeah.
Who do you think you know the best in the church, apart from your wife?
We'll choose someone for him.
Oh, well.
You do someone, that's fine.
Okay, let's go Matt v Matt. This will be interesting.
Good luck. Knowing what you...
Matt v Matt. Right, what you have to do is, I'm going to ask a series of questions to Matt, and you have to guess what answer he'll pick. It's only A or B, so you've got a 50% chance anyway.
Okay.
So you have have to hold up A or B, and you have to hold up what you think he'll hold up. We got this? It's simple. And I'm not marrying you off, it's not going date. Okay, it's simple.
No looking at each other.
What surprise. Oh, friendship. Okay, here we go. Do you think, Matt, that Matt would prefer a McDonald's A or a KFC B? Where you go? McDonald's or KFC, Matt? Oh, okay. That's not real. Next one. Do you think when it's hot weather, whether he'd prefer to be A, at the beach, or B, inside? A at the beach, B inside, Matt. What do you prefer? Okay, this is going well. Do you think he would prefer an action film, A, or a comedy film, B? Okay. Oh, we can do this.
Do it.
Do you think that Matt is Conservative or Labour?
Which is which?
Sorry, Conservative is A, Labour is B. Okay. I won't do that one as well. Right.
Brexit.
No, we're not doing Brexit as well. That'll be too painful. Right, here we go. You've got one superpower map. Do you want invisibility or flight? A is invisibility, B is flight. No, they're good. Right, okay. Let's go for Jamie and Jodie to come down. Let's see how they do. Let's see if they do any better. To be honest, they got volunteered, to be fair. They didn't say that they knew each other, did they? I think guys only talk about football and cricket scores, actually. Right, are we ready, Jamie and Jodie? Right, do you want to guess Jamie's or do you want to guess Jodie's? What do you reckon? Right, we're going to guess Jamie's. Here we go. Okay. Jamie, would you prefer to sit upstairs or downstairs on a bus? A is upstairs, B is downstairs. Go on, have a guess. Which do you want? Right, go on, take it down that way. Just go upstairs. Yeah! Okay. Let's find out. Jamie, would you prefer McDonald's or KFC?
Oh, easy.
They're good, they're good. Okay, would you prefer to have flight or invisibility? Flight is A, invisibility is B. Yes! Seriously, I think the kids get on better, don't you? Okay, we're going for one more. One more. Do you say scone or scone?
Oh, I really.
Which do you say, scone or scone?
I don't know, but this. Yeah, I think this one.
I knew that would happen, so they can have a round. Right, a demonstration of friendship. Well done, Rachel.
Thank you. Now, here's the interesting thing. When we're talking about friendship, it says in the Bible that God knows every hair on our head. It says in the Bible that God knows us better than we know ourselves. And yet, He still loves us. So, if He was to do that quiz with us, He'd get it right every time. He'd know what we were going to say. He'd know what we were going to say before we said it. He knows us that well. He knows everything about us. And That's the level of friendship, that's the level of intimacy that God wants with each one of us. When he says, I call you friends, not servants. When he says, I call you friends, not servants, he doesn't just want to be a Facebook friend, just liking the occasional status, or putting a smiley face up, or what's up, hun, comment up. What he wants to do is he just wants a really close friendship with us. And like I say, he knows everything about us, and yet he still loves us. And that's what God means when he says friend. It's a David and Jonathan style friendship. A friendship where they'll put their lives on the line. Where there's real commitment, real love between friends. That's the sort of friendship that God wants with us. And that's a wonderful thing, isn't it? And when you're a Christian, you're not just a churchgoer, you're a person who's got this wonderful, amazing friendship with God through Jesus. And in a minute we're going to take communion. And communion is a sign of God's friendship with us. Because it tells us God didn't just fire an arrow, he didn't just say, I want to be your friend. He demonstrated it on the cross. Because on the cross, he died for our sins. And that's why we share the bread. It's his broken body on the cross. On the cross, his blood was poured out. And that was for the forgiveness of our sins. And that's why we take the wine as a reminder of that for us. That's the level of friendship. That's the level of friendship that God demonstrated to us. And in order to start that friendship with God, our end, what we need to do is say, Lord Jesus, thank you that you did that for me. Now I want to receive that. I want to say thank you for that. I want to take communion this morning and say, yes, this reminds me of what a great friend you are to me. And can I take that step of being your friend? Can I take that step of inviting you into my heart as my friend? If you've done that before, take communion. If you haven't done that before, then just say that prayer and take communion and enter into that friendship with God. Because that's why Jesus came. That's why the Bible says that God loves the world so much he gave his only Son, so that anyone who believes in him shall not perish, but shall have everlasting life. And that's the great verse of communion. That's a great verse. That's one of my favourites. God demonstrates his love for us. While we were still sinners, Christ died for us. It'd be good if we could get the band back up to play us some songs now. And we're going to pass around the bread and pass around the wine. If you sat with